You want a girl that chooses you because of your authentic self. Something that I really want to do in this channel is really talk about all kinds of stuff. Like, I like the fact that I kind of like teach jazz, and then in the next video I can be like, yeah, dating. Actually saw a guy that was like, oh, a dating video for musicians would be nice. And I'm not a dating guru, like, but I'm just gonna talk about my experiences. Like, imagine starting a school where like everybody lives on the same place. Like, literally everybody lives. There are like houses, so like there's one house here, there's like one house here, maybe there's one house here. Imagine everybody lives so close to each other. Like, what do you think happens then? Like, people, like, party, people, let's be honest. When I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, young people going to like middle of nowhere to just study music. Of course, there's gonna be like relationships, people are gonna people are gonna party, people are gonna like drugs and shit. What is also present, it might not be the best place to like get in a relationship, just because you kind of wanna practice more. You wanna like focus on that part of your life, in my opinion. To really just focus on that thing and then like kind of save relationships to later in life is kind of a better way to go about it, in my opinion. The year after that, I went to another school, which is in Skåne. Now we're talking south of Sweden. Like, there I got into a new relationship with another girl who wasn't a musician, which was refreshing, by the way. She wasn't a musician, so she kind of like appreciated me playing music, which is something that I've been noticing with girls. You know how you talk to a girl and you're like, yeah, I'm a musician. They're like, wow, oh my god, you're doing that, wow, that's so cool. Like, that's what happens when you like talk to girls who aren't musicians. But then like some girls who are musicians are like it's expected from you, you know, because like they're doing it themselves, you know. I think if you find the right girl who is a musician, it doesn't matter. Like, in the end, nothing even matters what I'm saying. It's just, are you compatible or not? The past few months I've been thinking a lot about like my future girl, how I kind of want that relationship to be. Me being on self-improvement has really made me think about that more, because I kind of like know what I want. You know, I've been thinking like I've been dating myself now for like many months, and like just not doing any like hooking up with people kind of stuff for 5 months, which is a long time in my opinion. For me, 5 months is like I start to really crave intimacy right now. Like, I really feel like that part of me craves that like intimate, like loving kind of like just kind of being close to a girl. Like, you know, that I'm gonna be honest, like I really crave that feeling. And I feel like sometimes it even like my mental health, it doesn't matter how much I meditate, it doesn't matter how much like I do mindfulness and that kind of stuff. If you're not intimate with a girl, you have much more potential to feel good, you know, because let's be honest, why were we even created? Well, we were created to like procreate. We were like, it's in our system to feel good being close to a girl. I'd like a girl who actually like, first of all, I want what I want is a girl who's compatible with me. That means the way that I am as a person is just something that she really likes. You know, I'm not gonna filter out anything. Like, I'm gonna be authentic to myself, and that's what I kind of want you to also like take away from this video. To like, you want a girl that chooses you because of your authentic self. Like, imagine that. I've always been a guy who's kind of like have to change myself depending on who I'm with, and like, oh, I'm on a date with a girl and I try to be cool, and like I try to put on like a mask that kind of like, I'm not gonna show myself as lovey-dovey, even though like I'm a guy who's like, I really like showing love, like smiling, looking in the eyes, like trying to, but like I've always had this belief that like, no, that's a bad thing because girls don't like needy guys, and I'm like, wait. But that's like bullshit, because that's like a part of me. I have to like embrace the fact that I want to give love, because if I don't do that, if I don't embrace the fact that I want to give, like, be that kind of guy, like imagine missing out on the girl who actually wants that guy. You know what I'm saying? So there's a girl out there who wants you to be yourself. Every time you try to be someone you're not, that girl won't like you, and you will be like, well, why doesn't she like me? Well, it's because you're not yourself. You have to be authentic to who you are. Like, literally, don't be afraid of being exactly the person that you are. And that doesn't mean like, yeah, I like to smoke weed and just lie down and never go out. You have to like actually start like having some self-respect too. If you don't take care of yourself, that means you don't like yourself. And if you don't like yourself, then you don't have like the power to be authentic to your true self when you're gonna meet a girl. So I feel like that's something you should prioritize. Do stuff that's a little like difficult to do, and then you will start like liking yourself more because you have self-respect. Then just be yourself after that. And I feel like that's the best thing you can do. The right one will come along with this belief in just being your true self. Like that belief make it so like easy, because then every girl you meet at different like occasions, like I have nothing to prove to anyone. And I know that if I'm not myself, then we're not even compatible. And then the relationship will go to shit anyway. You want to strive to like better yourself. And then after that, you want to be authentic to your true self. Because most jazz musicians, let's be honest, what do? They drink so much beer. That's not taking care of yourself. Like I was that guy. I drank so much and I didn't look good. I looked unhealthy. I love the feeling of like being present and like all that stuff. And I don't feel like I get that from like drinking many times a week. It's a gig and there is like a jam. And that automatically makes it okay to drink like 13 beers. It's not something that you want to strive for. If you want to attract a loving relationship, you have to like kind of start having more self-respect for yourself, you know? Don't like numb yourself from like smoking weed and like drinking a lot of alcohol, because that's the shit I did. Like you should work in your mental health and like you should work in the self-improvement stuff for the sake of yourself, to just like become a better human being. Like you will actually start feeling more happy with yourself, and that should be the goal. Feel more just present and more happy in yourself, and then the dating aspect comes after that. So you shouldn't be like, all right, in order for me to get a girl, I need to be on self-improvement. And I'm not saying you should cut out everything you think is fun. Like if you enjoy drinking beer and like all that stuff, like still do that, but like let's be honest, you can't do it every day of the week. You can't like maybe limit yourself to doing it once a week, and then now what happens is you will actually enjoy it so much more. But like I feel like the self-improvement part has really like made me a stronger person. Like my mind feels so like it's so like clear of self-harming thoughts, like not self-harming in that I want to cut myself or nothing like that, but like self, you know, like anxiety, just anxiety of like feeling bad even though it's like the sun is up and everything is perfect, you're in your house, like everything is so good and you're like still feeling bad about yourself. It's mental health, you know? Starting meditating and starting like being grateful. Actually start going to a psychologist. Like I'm gonna start going to a psychologist today actually. Working on yourself in all those aspects will just make you more inclined to be yourself. The more you work on yourself, the more you like kind of spend time with yourself and like explore the different parts of yourself and your mind, you will start feeling like, yeah, I want to be that guy. I can stand up for this guy. And that should be your focus. Be yourself. Like, I know that sounds cliche, like Instagram cliche, be yourself, but it's like the best advice you've ever hear. You will stop like trying to impress other people. It doesn't matter if it's music, it doesn't matter if it's dating, it doesn't matter if it's like your family or your friends. The more you work on yourself, all those aspects will just become so much better, because now if you feel like you care about what other people think of you when you play with people, you probably aren't a good person to date either, because you have those thoughts in your mind. Right? If you just smile when you play because you love playing and you like have this like kind of whatever feeling to it, like music is music, it's fun and I'm here to improve, you're probably a really nice person to date. You know what I'm saying? That's why self-improvement is like a nice term, because it's like, it's so weird. Like self-improvement is just improving oneself. And I think that it's kind of like the easy way of just knowing that you do the right thing, like meditating, through going to the gym, through exercising, whatever you want. Like you can find your own stuff. Find your own self-improving habits. Cold shower is a self-improving habit. Find those things and you will see your life in all aspects will become so much better, because you will be that one guy who actually is present. You will be that one guy who actually looks the girl in the eye. You want to be that guy, and you can be that guy. And that's what I feel. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This was really fun to talk about. Hope I'll see you on the Discord, and otherwise, comment something funny, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.